Flights have been grounded. Markets are down. Fundraising streams have dried up. Cash flow has frozen, giving a whole new meaning to cold, hard cash. All emergency funds redirected for survival. Yet, from within the darkness, leaders emerge to enable Meor to inspire, educate, empower, illuminate you. You know Meor like no one knows Meor. You can convey the magic like no one else. No one can communicate the power like you. It's time to lift off. Rise higher. Flow stronger. Turn up the heat.
We're doing this because we want more Meor. We want more Meor at Berkeley. We want more Meor right up there on that clock tower. We need more light in this world.
More Meor!
Keep shining the light.
More Meor.
More Meor. I'm here with my Meor harp yarmulke, wear it every Shabbos.
We want more Meor.
Shout out to RJX, Meor at Rutgers. Let's go Rutgers.
Shout out to RJX. We want more Meor.
More Meor.
More Meor.
We want more Meor.
That's what the world needs.
More Meor.
More Meor. More Meor.
We want more Meor.
Meor means light, and no one can help it shine through the darkness better than you.
Welcome everyone to the rally. I'm Tamar Bronstein, an alum of Meor Berkeley, and I'm so excited to be here with all of you. I'm honored to be here in the center of the rally, looking at the stands at all of you. Let's talk about where we are tonight. Thanks to technology, we are gathered together here on Zoom. Let's scroll through the stands of the rally and see who's here. Look at that. See some familiar names? Look at that. Keep on scrolling. Let's see who else is there. Very nice. Well, wow, amazing. It's so great to see all of you here. I wish I could see some faces if you want to turn on your videos, but that's okay. Just a reminder to make sure your Zoom is minimized and the Facebook Live is open large on your screen. We're so excited to be gathered here together with alumni of Meor and current students. Despite all the different places we might be in right now, we all have one thing in common. We've all been affected by Meor in a very deep way. Meor has had an impact on all of our lives, and we know that Meor really does make a difference. As we saw in the video, more than ever, we need to bring out the light and help Meor do so. Tonight, we're here to share what Meor means to us, to energize each other for this campaign. We're celebrating Meor, and we want to continue to enable Meor to shine its light in the world. We have a great night ahead of us, and I promise you, you will want to stay tuned. We'll be hearing from the Meor founder and president, Rabbi Gershenfeld, from alumni, from a board member, from an educator, and from special guest, Nisim Black. Yes, you heard me correctly. Now, some of you reached out ahead of time with a desire to share how Meor has impacted you. And we are very excited to call up from the Zoom room Arel Moody, alum of Meor Binghamton and best-selling author, who focuses on how we can create positive change within ourselves. Please step up from the room over here and set the stage and share a few words with us, Arel.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate you, Tamar. And what I can tell you is that during these dark times, when we use the word Meor for light, it is truly the best word to be used. And here's why. I always like to think about during my toughest times, if I could go into the future and look back at myself and ask myself, how would I have wanted to respond during this dark time? And for me, that darkness is really symbolic because when I was in college, I was trying to find myself, trying to get a sense of who I was and where I fit in, and all of that happens when all of us go through this beautiful program that is Meor. And during that, even though externally everything seemed fine, the darkness kind of existed on the inside. And Meor was one of those incredible programs that meant so much to me, the way I imagine it means so much to you, that was able to spark literally just a candle of a flame within me at the time. And by going to their incredible learnings and programs and all that kind of cool stuff, I realized that there was a hunger to want to become better and closer to my Jewish identity. And what I love about Meor is regardless of what you look like, where you come from, everyone is accepted. So I'll ask all of you to think about, who do you want to be remembered for during this time? How do you want to look back at this time and ask, did I bring light and did I do everything that I could? And I can tell you, I feel that with this organization. And, today I can say that light has really done such incredible wonders for me. I have two beautiful children, both boys that are in Hebrew day school. My wife and I are members of our congregation and board members of our synagogue and do things every single week that really make our Jewish identity come to life. And I think about during that darkest time, if I would have let the darkness win. And there's a beautiful phrase that says the best way to fight darkness is not to fight it at all. It's to add light. And I genuinely feel like for me and for all of us, we have the unique opportunity to get others to realize that the best way to fight darkness is by adding light. So I encourage all of you to think about what this flame, what this symbol means to you, because every phone call, every email, every post, every DM, everything that you do is a spark that you're adding. And I would encourage you to ask yourself, what do you want your time to be remembered for during this period? And I hope that is for adding light. I am so grateful for Meor and so grateful for all of you being here and stepping up and realizing that a spark can cause a flame. Thank you so much. Back to you, Tamar.
Wow. Thank you so much, Arel. What a positive message and a reminder of the impact that all of us can have as flames. Wow. And now we don't want to go any further tonight without hearing from the founder and president of Meor, Rabbi Gershenfeld, a visionary who 2 decades ago observed a need for Jewish learning opportunities on college campuses and responded to that need by creating Meor, whose mission is to inspire, educate, and empower the next generation of Jews. Since the opening of the very first campus branches at the University of Pennsylvania and University of Maryland over 15 years ago, Meor has since expanded to over 20 universities around the United States, changing the landscape of Jewish life and learning on college for the better. Look at all the campuses we have represented here. From what was just 2 campuses, we now see how much Meor has expanded. Someone special to all of us as a master educator and mentor that has helped so many appreciate the richness and depth of their Jewish heritage. We're looking forward to hearing why this campaign is so important. Please welcome Rabbi Gershenfeld.
Thank you, Tamar. Thank you, all my wonderful friends out there. It's great seeing everybody in this virtual world. It's great that the friends can get together. Representing the whole Israel team here, Rabbi Stein, Michal, Tamar, and everyone. It's great to have friends. But what's even more special is friends when we share a cause. I found in life that when friendship drives the deepest, when it awakens the most, when it binds the most fully, is when a group of people get together to try to do something they can't do by themselves. something that's greater and more profound, more meaningful than anything we can do in our own daily approach. This week of sitting and working together to try to empower Meor so we can live our mission of helping Jews reconnect with Judaism, helping Jews learn about goodness, greatness, and godliness, to raise the $2 million plus we need to keep that vision going. No one can do it by themselves, and certainly I can't do it here in Jerusalem. The fact that all of you have joined together in a friendship group to try to work together for that mission and that meaning, that means the world to me. I hope that means the world to you. And when we succeed on Thursday night, that joy will be a joy that binds us together in very special ways. Maybe you can share the first special golden rule of fundraising. Most people feel fundraising, and it's because they approach it with the wrong mindset. They often think about fundraising as coming with a tin cup. But as Ariel showed us, we should think about it with that Meor flame, especially as we prepare for Hanukkah. Don't think tin cup. Think silver, majestic, simcha-filled menorah. Let me explain. What Meor is doing this week with your leadership is not a charity campaign. Charity is about asking for money for people who are needy. In Hebrew, the word we use is tzedakah. Tzedakah means righteousness, means goodness, means appropriate, means proper. What we're sharing together is a campaign to do what's right. We have a vision, we have a passion, we have a purpose to help make the world better. Together, we've all experienced that the way to have that, create that better world, is through a Meor educator, community, learning, living. The Hebrew word tzedakah is, we have a vision of how to make the world more just, more righteous, to grow. That's what we're trying to share with the world. We're ambassadors on how to change and make the world better. We're ambassadors on how to get the world out of a cynical, disconnected funk, help them come into a passionate Jewish connection. You're our best ambassadors because you've experienced the product. You've experienced the joys of Jewish learning and the joys of Jewish living. And that's what we're looking for. Not the tin cups, but that passion and the joy of seeing the illumination of a silver menorah and the joy and the light that it shares and spreads to the world. If I suggest we make our calls, let's try and think about 3 P's. Purpose, passion, and personal. If we do, I think our campaign will be a huge success. The first one is, let's share our purpose and our mission together, that we need to make a better world. We have an idea how to do that. Learning, living Jewish, grappling with Judaism at a mature level, thinking about big ideas, thinking about small ethical ideas, beginning that process of looking for justice and tzedakah. That's our first vision. We get on the phone, we're sharing the mission. We're not talking about money, we're sharing the mission of what Meor is and why. 2, we're passionate about it. You need to share your excitement. When we get on the phone, if we're thinking about money, we often feel uncomfortable. But if we're thinking about passion and purpose, then there's an energy in the phone that everybody wants to hear. What are you passionate about? What's the meaning? What's the greatness over here we're traveling with? So if we can talk with passion about how we grew, how we developed through Meor, that's the 3rd P, personal. I can share facts, I can share figures. That's not what people want to hear. People want to touch a life that was changed, touched a flame that was illuminated. They want to see your personal stories. They want to hear about how you grew, how you developed, what your arc of journey was. Where have you gone? What have you done? That's the conversation we'd like to share this week. a conversation about meaning, purpose, passion, personal. If we do that, we'll be having a tzedakah campaign, not a charity campaign. Tzedakah, let's do this right. Join me as an ambassador in making the world better. Join us together as a team, doing something that none of us can do by ourselves. We sit down and we look not at a tin can, but at a silver menorah, and we think of the message that sometimes there's ideals that are worth struggling and striving for. We think about the illumination in the darkness, the hope that that gives us. And we think the joy of gathering family and community together to light menorahs. That's what this campaign's about. That's what this week's about. That's what tzedakah is about. Together, friends, we can do something that none of us can do by ourselves. I appreciate the friendship. I appreciate the vision. I appreciate the ambassadorship that you can do better than we can do. We hope and look forward to being at better times when we can have insight call centers, we can sing together, we can dance together. But right now what we can do is we can have the joy of imagining lighting a menorah together and making a better world, one light at a time, one phone call at a time. That's our mission, that's our message. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rabbi Gershenfeld. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you for really executing your vision and your passion, because if it weren't for you, we wouldn't all be here gathered today. So thank you.
And tomorrow we have to thank you. You shine brighter than any menorah I can think of. You and Daniel braving the pandemic, coming to learn in Israel for this year. Two of you are fantastic. We've got two beautiful flames. We're looking to light a lot more.
Amen. Thank you so much, Rabbi Gershenfeld. Have a great night. Thank you. And now I'd like us all to take a moment and to think about all the programs and experiences we've had the privilege of taking part in because of Meor. If we think about the individual investment poured into each and every one of us, it comes out to be thousands and thousands of dollars. It takes so many donors and people who care to make it happen. The person we're about to have a chance to hear from is not only an essential board member to Meor, but he is also a Meor NYU alum. To call Jonathan Triest a venture capitalist or even an entrepreneur would be too limiting. Let's take a look at the mission statement on his website of his firm, Ludlow Ventures. When taking a look at the website, I'm looking here now, you can see over 30 logos they invested in. The first one being an app called Honey that helps a person find the best coupon codes on the internet. Hopefully, Jonathan will tell us a little bit more about these investments later. Now let's take a look at their mission statement, because it's so unusual. From Ludlow Ventures, I'm reading this straight from the website. We believe in venture capital without ego. We wear our hearts on our sleeves, avoiding the puffery and posturing that gives venture capital a bad name. We invest in authentic friendships that go beyond work. Successful companies rely on trust, and there's no greater way to foster that than by becoming real friends. Wow. It's clear where the success Jonathan has achieved comes from. In a recent article from a major Jewish publication, they quote Jonathan as saying, "Ideas are exciting, but everyone has good ideas. There is actually very little value in ideas, but there is a lot of value in execution." I'd be honored to call Jonathan up here to the center to ask him to share with us a little bit about himself and why he has chosen Meor to be the place to give back to. Jonathan.
Hi there. Thanks for including me. Two things I just have to complain about first. One is that hoodie with the Meor logo on it. I don't have one of those, and now I'm very, very jealous. Those are cool. Whoever is responsible for that, please send me like 3. Those are awesome. And then 2, no one told me I was going after Rabbi Gershenfeld. How am I supposed to say anything after Rabbi Gershenfeld? Like, Rabbi Gershenfeld, you're supposed to go last so you don't make us all look so weak. But I'm really excited to be here.
We're so grateful to have you. We'll make sure you get one of those sweatshirts. and don't worry, we know you have plenty to share with us. So we're really honored to have you here. We know that you make a lot of investments all the time, right? So to get a better idea of who you are and what you do, could you tell us a little bit about your most memorable investment?
Yeah, sure. So we've been fortunate enough to make over 130 investments to date in the past 10 years. And like you kind of read from our kind of our mission statement, the ethos, what's most important to us is that we become incredibly close with the people we invest in. The relationship is the most important thing. And in a world where transactional occurrences and interactions are so common and everything's a transaction, we really do differentiate ourselves by being human and just wanting to get to know the people we're investing in. So you had mentioned Honey, for instance, that was a deal we invested in 2013. We were the first investors. Wow, you guys are really
from the Instagram.
The golden nuggets. We just bonded with entrepreneurs. Ryan and George seemed like incredible people, and we wanted to spend the next 10 years talking to them more. So we were their first investor, and thank God we were very, very blessed. And PayPal came in and bought the company last year for $4 billion, which we could have never imagined, obviously, when we first invested. But it was really a giant, giant bracha. A real quick thing. I know that I'm going to get in trouble for taking up too much time. The night before that transaction happened, I haven't shared this very much. The night before, I pledged to do a Zvulun Zacher deal. The night before, and the rabbi who kind of helped me with the transaction said that you're going to see lots of bracha in business. The very, very next day, Honey was acquired by PayPal. So
wow,
I mean, I don't run the world, but that was pretty remarkable. You have to be blind.
That is. Speaking of rabbis, we have a conversation with you. You're a rabbi. Rabbi, do you mind if we take a look at it together?
Yeah, please.
Do you remember the first time we met?
Let's see it.
Do you remember the first thing I said to you?
Wow, you look like Brad Pitt. Was that it? I got a call. It said, hey, do you want to come learn Torah? And we're going to pay you money. And I said, I don't really want to learn Torah, but if you're going to pay me money, like, okay, I'll come and I'll space out. You said like, hey, like, what's up? And I'm thinking in my head the entire time, like, what am I doing? Like, who is this goofball? Little did I know that goofball would be the most inspirational person in my life. I'm thankful for that day forever. And I'm just really excited for other students to have opportunities like I had then.
Wow. It's a great banter you guys have together, a great energy you have together. I see that times as your time as a student.
Tomorrow you're breaking up.
I remember going to the event.
So I'm gonna step in if you don't mind, because you're breaking up a little bit. But I do want to say that one of the things that I think is most important, and one of the things I'm most envious of all the people who are going to be making calls, is that was Rabbi Eisman, and an individual sat awkwardly in a call center asking for donations at one point, and because that individual sat there, I was able to partake in that program. And 18 years later, I still call Rabbi Eisman when anything in my life is good or not so good, and I need real good counsel. So talk about like really the best investment that I've ever made in my life. It's really the rabbis and the Rebbitzins, the incredible families, the people of Meor. And it all was made possible because someone sat down, made a phone call. And because of that gift allowed me to partake in incredible programming that I'm forever thankful for. So if you are a student out there and you're looking for a way, like what is one way I can give back to this family that has poured so much of their heart into me and my existence, it's right now. You can make a phone call, you can get a little bit uncomfortable, and you can help those people on the campus who have been so instrumental in your life. And I promise will continue to be for the entire remainder of your life. I mean, it should be long and happy and healthy. I also want to say that, one of the things that we have to do as a venture capitalist is I have to raise money too. I have to go out and I have to raise money from investors, and then I go put that money to use. And so fundraising for me is also very strange and difficult. But one thing that I learned very early on is that the more, and Rabbi Gershenfeld talked about this, the more human and authentic you are, you have no idea how starved this world is of authenticity. If you call someone and instead of say, hello, this is so-and-so from Meor, but you say, hi, this is Jonathan. Can I just take a few minutes and tell you how this experience has impacted me? and you just talk to them like a human being, that will separate you from every other phone call they ever get forever. And I can just encourage you that that is something that I've found success in, and I know you can too, because Meor is so incredible and it's impacted you all in such profound ways that if you just give it over authentically, you'll have tremendous, tremendous success.
Thank you so much, Jonathan, for taking the time to speak with us and really sharing a valuable message and practical tools. Thank you so much for your continued support, and we hope to see you soon.
Thanks so much. Have a good one.
You too. Wow, what an inspiring message. Let's put Jonathan's advice to work and see if anyone wants to concretize. What better way to set ourselves up for a successful campaign than goals? We thought goal setting would be a great way to motivate each other. So now I see all of you in the Zoom room. I'm speaking to you. At any time during the rest of the show, starting now, we can all feel free to decide our personal fundraising goal and share it. If you feel inspired and willing to share your goal with everyone, please share your goal in the Facebook comments and we'll broadcast it on the screen live. And if you don't feel ready now, but maybe in 5 to 10 minutes, anytime throughout the program, feel free to comment and it will be broadcasted. So hopefully you guys will start commenting soon and I'll be sharing it with everyone to get us motivated and excited. All right. And with that, all that talk about rabbis and that inspiration from Jonathan makes me want to talk about my rabbi from my campus. I see him up there in the Zoom room. Hey, Michael, can you bring him up here? Rabbi Kamen, are you there? Rabbi Kamen, how are you?
How are you? Doing well. How are you? We've got a special friend here for the rally.
Good. We have Rachel here too. Hi, Rachel.
How are you doing?
Oh my goodness,
great.
what a special surprise.
Indeed.
Rabbi, what's going on in California?
Never been better. A little emotional seeing all the people out there and what great participation we have from all the Meor leaders.
Great. Well, Rabbi, I'm singling you out because I want to say 2 words. Thank you. I think back to parts of my life, which we can actually see in some pictures here. You were at my graduation. I got to know your family very well. Rachel's even with you right now. There's a picture of us a little bit way back when. Look at that, Malky and all the girls. And even when I got married 5 months ago, you were there under the chuppah with us. There's very few people who you can say have accompanied you in these really pivotal parts of your life. And I don't mean to embarrass you, but I just want to thank you and Malky and all your kids for the unwavering support, warmth, and inspiration. You really changed my life for the better. I really mean that. And now I have a question for you that's been lingering for all these years. You've put and invested all this time and energy into me, just one of your students. And you have tons of students, and I know you give them the same attention that you did for me. Where do you get the energy? How do you do it? You're there for your students in college, after college, and much later in life. And when you put all that together, I know it's a lot of coffee, but there's something more to that. I'd love to hear.
All right, that's a good question, Alex, and my heart is overflowing with nachas from you and Daniel, and the incredible path that you've chosen and the tough decisions. I think that the place where we get the energy for is... Sorry,
Rabbi, real quick, I just want to point out we have a goal of 1,800 from Mitch from Meor Temple. Sorry to interrupt. Just had to bring that.
Way to go, Mitch. Yes, Mitch, make Meor rich. So yeah, we get our energy from people like you. And when we give, we receive more ourselves. So even as we give our time and our energy and our passion, and we share our passion for Judaism and challenge people to grow, even the process of giving gives us more energy. And seeing people like you and Daniel and all the other beautiful people making big steps and making tough decisions, and coming up big, bringing more light into the world, that energizes us and gives the ability to double down. Who would have thought that almost 8 months of sitting in a bunker, in a basement, on a camera, but we've never been busier. And it's really because of people like you, getting your, the big decisions you make and the growth. That's something that inspires us deeply. And we're really, really proud and glad to be able to be part of it.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. There's one more picture of us I wanted to show that just, it brings back great memories and a lot of meaning. You're there with your son, Yosef, and I'm amazed at just crazy. Like we've gone through so much together, and I feel like Malki has been there for me so much, and your whole family is a testament to Meor's incredible educators who bring support and unconditional support beyond the classroom and even beyond the college experience. So please say hi to the whole family. Let's give Rachel another hello. Hi, Rachel.
I just want to say, go Meor. Okay, I have one thing that struck me as I was listening to this beautiful rally is that everybody here has had very awkward conversations. Anyone who's on this Zoom means you're incredibly special, but everyone here has had awkward conversations with their family. And so if we've had awkward conversations with their family, you can have one more awkward conversation, and that's the one telling them how important Meor is, how we want to keep on spreading the light. Make it more Meor. Can't spell Meor without me. Each of you have to look inside and see the meanness there. It's all, Meor is for you. It's for individuals. We don't have huge buildings, right? It's all about creating and helping, building people to grow. So look inside, find that me, and have one more Meor awkward conversation. Move beyond the awkwardness, and we can keep on doing great things. Thank you very much, Tamar, Daniel, everybody. Really, Yasher Koach. Really incredible.
Thank you so much, Rabbi. Have a great afternoon, and we'll speak soon. Wow, let's get back in the Zoom room. I want to see if there are any other goals that people have shared. Wow, we have Aviv from Meor at Temple, $1,800. Wow, thank you, Aviv. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing job. Let's see if there are any other goals that are ready to be shared yet. Not quite yet. Okay, let's see the Zoom room. All right. Okay, well, we're waiting. I'm ready to broadcast them. When you have your goal, please feel free to share it in the comments, and we'll be broadcasting them live. All right, so now we are so excited to invite another alum, Elizabeth Savetsky. She's an alum of Meor NYU. She's a popular blogger, accessories addict, and mom. Check out her Instagram. She's got a lot of great stuff there. We're very excited. Elizabeth, please come on up here and share a few words.
Hi, everyone. It is such an honor to be here tonight. I was just talking to my husband, Ira, about what we are doing here today. And I couldn't help but think about the fact that my experience with Meor was really the turning point in my life. And I mean that completely genuinely. I was in college at NYU, and I was living a very beautiful life from the outside. I'm a singer. I was performing at rock clubs. I was hanging out with a beautiful crowd. I was living the dream from the outside, but I just felt so empty on the inside. And at that exact moment is when Meor came into my life. And I really feel like I had reached a fork in the road, and my life could have gone in one direction or another. And thank God, because of Meor, it went the right path. And I ended up getting super involved in my Jewish learning, and I felt like finally, after all of this emptiness, my life had meaning. And this is my senior year of college at NYU, and so I was very lucky that or blessed that I was one of my teachers was Rabbi E, who I'm still very close with, have a great relationship with. And I feel like I really connected to myself, you know, and I really, when I think about Meor, I think about investing in myself and investing in the future of my family. And I ended up going to Israel the year after I graduated from college. I went to Neve and I learned there for a year, had an amazing experience, then ended up coming back, marrying my husband. And I wouldn't have been able to say today that I have 3 kids, a miracle baby who was just born, and 2 girls, having this amazing Jewish education. This is our whole lives. Our whole lives are centered around our Judaism and our passion for the Jewish people and for Hashem and the Torah. And that all comes back to Meor. So what I really want to say to you today is that if you care about the future of the Jewish people, then Meor is your cause. Because there are so many people out there like me who are on college campuses, who are living their best lives from the outside, but maybe who want something deeper and who want something more meaningful. And maybe Meor can save them too, and can bring them back to the Torah, and you know, and go on to perpetuate the Jewish people in such a beautiful way. So thank you so much for everything, Rabbi E, Meor. Truly, like, I owe my life and all of the beauty that I have today to you, and my gratitude is endless. So you know, I want to do whatever I can to help, and I'm just grateful to be here. And thank you to
Thank you so much, Elizabeth. It's really such a authentic and real story, you know, your life, how it's been affected by Meor in so many tangible ways. And we want to continue to bring that light, like you said, and we all have an impact, right? And that reminds me that I just want to emphasize that the personal goals that we're talking about is not something that just you're going to commit to giving, right? It's what you're committing to fundraise as a team, to bring in, so that we can help enable Meor to bring more light into the world. So it's not just you, we're a team, we're working together, we're creating goals as a team. So with that, I'd love to point out Josh Bowman. Thank you so much for sharing your $4,000 goal for Meor Stanford and Berkeley. Go Bears. Go Rabbi Kamen. We're very excited to see that. And as we're heading into the end of the program, now is really a good time to share those goals. If anybody is ready right now, we can broadcast that live. And if not, we'll continue to do so. I wanted to bring attention now. Oh, wait, we got, woohoo, Anna Bywater, $720 for Meor at Temple University. That's awesome, so exciting. What a great goal. Thank you so much. And now I want to bring attention to the WhatsApp group. I know that some of you have already have joined the group, but if you haven't yet already, please do. There you'll find graphics, and other information that you can easily send to your friends and family to help raise money. And during the campaign this Wednesday and Thursday, the 9th and the 10th, if you have any questions or comments or just want to feed off of each other, you can ask those questions there, and the Meor staff will also be there to answer any questions that you have. And with that, now we are on to the moment that many of you have been waiting for. We are excited to hear from the one and only Nissim Black, who has inspired millions through his incredible journey to Judaism. Nissim Black is an American-Israeli rapper and producer from Seattle. After releasing 2 successful albums, he retired in 2011 to focus on his conversion to Orthodox Judaism, but returned in 2012 under his Hebrew name. Nissim has been a rapper, a gang member, and a faith seeker, but it is in his current incarnation that is here to stay, an African-American Hasidic Jew who brings sharp beats and hooked-filled rhymes to the masses. His first single of 2020, Motherland Bounce, is a confluence of everything he's ever done and everywhere he's ever been, and he has already garnered 4.4 million views on YouTube. After a long discovery process, both musically and personally, Nissim Black has finally found his true identity. We're so grateful that Nissim Black found the time to send us a special message for the rally tonight. We'd like to warmly welcome Nissim Black.
Hey, how's it going? This is Nissim Black. I'm a rapper, happen to be Jewish. I'm from Seattle originally, grew up in the inner city neighborhoods, and I was very much so exposed to life of crime, violence, drug abuse, very, very dark. And it wasn't until I got a little bit older and was able to escape somewhat of my environment, I should say, that I was able to see a light, a great, great light. And that light happened to be the Torah, happened to be the Jewish people. It's a beautiful thing for all of you who have decided to take your time to volunteer, to raise money, to be able to support people during this time. It's been a very, very dark time, but you have illuminated the way, really, with your light. Meor, the word Meor, really, if you look at it, there's one way. You could say or, why just not or? Or means light, but Meor means that it's from something. It means that it has a source of that light, and from that light, something, and from that source, it goes out a light. And what you happen to be doing and partaking of in these acts of kindness that you're doing and you're volunteering is that you are actually a source of light, which is amazing. And during this time, as we're approaching Hanukkah, the time that I'm doing this, approaching Hanukkah, which this happens to be a time of darkness where we need to illuminate the world in the most amazing way. So I feel very, very privileged to be able to thank all of you on the behalf of anyone who is a recipient of that light that you're giving out. I want to be able to say thank you, and I'm very, very much so proud of all of you, and can't wait to be with all of you, Bezat Hashem, in person one of these days. All the best.
Wow. If that didn't inspire you, I don't know what will. What a great way to conclude our special guest for the evening. I want to bring attention to a goal that just came up here. Lainey Roth, $20,000. Wow, thank you so much. That's unbelievable. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And now is really, oh wow, look, we have another goal. 360 for Meor, Maryland. Thank you, lifelong educators and family members. Yes, for sure. Thank you so much. And this is really the last opportunity to share your goals publicly with all of us. So if anybody else is ready to share right now, please continue to comment. And if not, you'll be able to share your goals with your team. So, you can keep thinking about it up until we begin the campaign. I really want to just thank all of you who came tonight, who are here for this week, who are ready and energized to really make a difference. To all of our Meor students, Meor alumni, you guys right there in the Zoom, thank you for being here. Thank you for your commitment. And thank you to our special guests. Wow, we have Andrew Stern. Daniela, hello, Daniela. $500 for Meor NYU. That's amazing. So exciting. Keep them coming, guys. If anybody wants to continue adding those goals, you're on screen. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Daniela. It's really nice to see you guys. And again, we're all here because Meor is truly building a better world. And with your help, Meor can continue to change many lives as it has for all of us. Help us build more knowledgeable, committed, and proud Jews. Let's carry this energy, let's carry this inspiration into the week and make this the best Meor campaign yet. Wow, look at this. We have $400 for Meor. DC, thank you, Rabbi and Mrs. E. Wow, that's amazing. Rena Resnick, my mom, $500 in honor of Rabbi Kamen and Tamar. Thank you, Mom. And thank you to all of you. It's really incredible. And now, wow, $1,000 for Meor Binghamton. Thank you, Jacob Dorfman. Wow, 1,400 gold for Meor Penn and Meor DC. Thank you, Ethan. I'm feeling so inspired right now and so grateful. We really have such a community here. And now we're going to move forward to the special VIP campus by campus only rooms, where you'll meet other team leaders for the post-rally VIP gathering. In the comments of the Facebook, as well as in the Zoom, you'll find the link to your VIP room. You can also find it in the WhatsApp group, in your email, and in the Zoom chat. So you should all see the link everywhere. Thank you so much again. We see, wow, we have raised $1,200 so far from Jamie Weber. Thank you so much, BU, Meor. Thank you all for an amazing night. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you soon.